Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Simulated Soapbox. As always, it's me, Devin, of Simulated Soapbox, and I'm actually very happy to be here today. Y'all don't know what it took for me to get here today. The sun is out, and I'm not going to say anything else about anything else. This is an outfit that you know what I am because this is simulated so much. This is my stuff, and I can say whatever I want. I'm outfit repeating today because I have to do this very, very divinely. This is a video that I feel like um powers I have no control over. We're trying to kind of like not stop me from doing, but kind of like procrastinate me from doing or like slow me down from doing. Don't know why. We finna find out today. But welcome to the latest episode of Simulated Soapbox. I'm Devin of Simulated Soapbox. Let's get into the nitty gritty, which is my nails. Boom. All y'all gonna be like, oh my god, who do her nails? You know who do my nails, girl. Universal Nails on Instagram. Samia is her name. It's the same person. I don't really do that. What is it called? Flipping, flopping, wishy washy or whatever's. Girl, you know who do my nails. Universal Nails. The E in Universal is a number 3. Tres. And there is a period in between Universal and nails. That's it. I did my own hair. Of course, I styled myself or whatever. Anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty. Today, I want to talk about how weird I've been feeling. More specifically, how out of place I've been feeling. And it's very thorough, actually. I'm trying to downplay it to be mysterious, but I I feel out of place everywhere, even in my own mind, in my own skin. And that needs to change. It's been a very long time since that's happened to me, friends. Ugh. I just said that like I was at work. But no, for real, it has been a very long time since I felt like I was in the space where I was supposed to be in. Not and I want to preface this by saying this doesn't I don't think this is associated with my worth or my self-worth. I think this has everything to do with how the world sees people like me and how I'm having a very hard time finding a place to concrete myself because I don't think I belong. But it might have something to do with me being insecure or feeling like I have a lack of self-worth in a social circle. We're going to get into that. Let's start with how young I was when I first started feeling like this, which was like hell young. Y'all, I went to Girls Inc. If you're from the Metro Birmingham area, you know exactly where Girls Inc. And it's and it's even worse if you were an actual participant of the madness. If you actually went to Girls Inc., you know exactly um what we finna talk about. Girls Inc. was very cliquish, and I am a person who I technically don't fit anywhere because I belong everywhere, or I belong everywhere because I do not fit anywhere. However you want to take it, I don't really do cliques or like niches. I'm very versatile. I'm a mutable sign. I'm Pisces. I'm a mutable sign. I can change at any given time, whenever it's needed, or whenever I feel like it. So I do. And at a place like Girls Inc., being so young, I used to wear Skechers first of all. I used to wear New Balances and stuff. Skechers, New Balances, Converse, like, but before it was cool, trendy, and I used to wear Crocs before it was cool. Believe it or not, there's gonna be a girl. Oh my God, please let this girl who used to bully me for wearing Crocs and she be wearing all kinds of Crocs. God, please let her watch this episode of Simulated Soapbox. There was a girl who went to Girls Inc. and she went to Girls Inc. during the school year and during the summer, so everybody know her. She was in my. I'm born in 2002. and she was a 100 when I was a 100, and she was a 800 when I was a 800, and that hoe be wearing, I'm sorry, excuse my language, I'm trying to do better about profanity, even though I don't really believe in curse words like y'all do. I believe curse words are things like telling a baby that they're gonna be like bald like their daddy. What the hell? What if this baby develops alopecia for some reason? Do you know something? I rebuke this over my life, over my children's life, over my father's life, over my brother's lives. I rebuke this over anybody who may be affected by this. But when I was younger, people used to talk about my brother for how my dad was bald. Y'all, we ain't gonna talk about it. The curse fell on me. Those were curse words. And so I don't really do profanity like other people, but I'm really trying to work on that. But anyway, that girl used to talk about me for wearing Crocs. So I'm like, I know that you're not really hating on Crocs. You're hating on the fact that I can really do this, like I'm doing this, but it's just making me feel so out of place. Y'all, hold on. We might have to take a momentary break. Do y'all see how I need to like the camera? And I know I usually like to just censor everything before I start a video, before I start an episode of Simulated Soapbox. This is totally unprofessional, but I do not believe in cutting. I don't. What if I do this? All right, and that was Simulated Soapbox's first episode. That this is officially Simulated Girl, it's springtime. That means it's you and me time. I wasn't gonna let y'all have that. Yes, I may have a speech impediment. No way am I ever gonna let somebody be like, "Oh, you be stuttering, bitch. Can you make up a song off the top of your dome?" Let me stop. Let's get back into it. So yeah, Girls Inc. was really the first start of me just being like, "Ew, is there something like a little bit different about me than the common average human being?" No, there's nothing different about me than the common average human being. But remind you, I was a child. I am a child who was also growing up in low key, a hostile environment, both domestically and like the city that I grew up in. It's weird. Not only do black women have to defend themselves against like white people. You heard how I said that. I don't think that was a real word. It was a more like a sound effect, but you know exactly what I mean. I live in Birmingham, Alabama. Or like men who be talking to you at the gas station. Anyway, let's get into it. It's just an out of place feeling when you are around not necessarily girls. Deja vu. I had a dream that this was happening. This is divine. Let's get into it. I know I had a lot of friends actually at Girls Inc. It's not that I am out of place. Like I said beforehand, I belong everywhere because I don't really fit anywhere. And that's what's got me feeling like this. I'm so mutable. Do people think I'm fake? Like, this has really just got me thinking. And even in, like, let's say, oh my gosh, middle school. I want to preface this video by saying I was very mean my 8th grade year to a specific girl. I will not say her name, I will not disclose her identity, but we got in trouble for that. It was bullying, whether we meant for it to be a joke or not. It was bullying. It hurt somebody's feelings. They told their mama, and it was bad. Now, the other accusations that I was facing in my 8th grade year, which did make me feel out of place, or not necessarily the accusations that made me feel out of place, but the way that people were treating an 8th grader, which was me, because of the accusations that were going on in my 8th grade year, I felt really weird, and I will talk about that one day. But basically, if you knew Devin in 8th grade, you know that she was very alienated. Like for some reason, like I don't know, I cannot explain it. When I tell my parents about the things that happened to me that year, they be like, I don't remember it being that serious, but it was that serious, and it very much affected the way I saw me fitting into places. I thought now that I know what I was doing, which was like trying to cater to somebody who was weird, and the people who I love don't really like her at all for how not only did she treat me after this thing happened to us, like it was a misunderstanding that happened, and adults kind of like swayed children's behavior towards me, and it made me feel like the safe spaces that I was in were not safe anymore. And it made me not turn like sensitive like I needed to, like it made me get very defensive, very reactive, like a pit bull, like a gorilla that beats their chest. Because one thing about me is I was raised in a household where if you get beat up, you low key are gonna get in trouble when you get home. If you don't get in trouble for getting beat up at home, it's because you got beat up so bad that your brothers or your sisters or your siblings or whatever is finna talk about you so bad that it's like punishment enough. If you have siblings, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's just like eighth grade was very weird. It made me feel out of place, but I do want to apologize to the girl who had very dark skin. Her name starts with a P, and we are mutuals on almost every social media now. I feel like we were talking about your dark skin, which is not okay at all, and I don't condone that anymore. Now that I'm, past the age of 15, but when I was like 12 or 13, I thought that was funny, and it was not funny at all. Also, I think we used to talk about your hair, and I don't think that's funny at all now that I'm over the age of 15. But me trying to fit in so that I could feel comfort, or just like not in defense mode at the very least, I did what I did, and I want to apologize to that girl because I'm a girl's girl, and I feel like that's weird. I feel like I don't know. Anyway, just doing things to make myself feel like I'm assimilated in a space, but it's not working. It's always been a constant in my life, and I need to quit. It needs to stop this year right now because I don't like it. Even in my workplace, I'm like, let me not do this because I don't want to even. Like, if you feel like I don't need to listen to the conversation, boo, I'm not even gonna go near none of y'all. Never. Even when I see to it. But it's not that deep. I belong in any space. And if y'all want to talk about me dead in my face, if I choose to entertain it or if I don't, that is my choice. But that does not mean that I don't belong in the space that I was in when y'all was talking about me. Hello. I'm coming up with epitomes. I'm coming up with revelations. Hold the phone. So basically, what I'm thinking in my head right now is I have a hard time because when I feel like I don't belong in something, I quit. It don't be me crying. I quit. I don't be no. One thing about me is I can entertain the things that are entertaining me, and just completely exclude everything that is not entertaining me. Anything that's disturbing me, anything that's disturbing me, I don't play that. So I'm assuming that now that I'm evaluating and like analyzing my behavior publicly, I think that I'm realizing like, let me cook, when things get to a point where I feel like I might go back to old Devin, which is like very reactive, pit bull, gorilla beating on her chest, because I feel like I'm being tested, or I'm like having to be tried or to prove myself that I belong in a space like a ritual or something, like we're on Lion King, or like what's that other jungle movie, Mowgli. I react, I get defensive, and I do things, but in reality, I belong everywhere because I do not fit anywhere. The people who I may be making myself feel small for may fit only in one space, and that's why they are only talking to each other about me. I go here, I go there, I go everywhere. I do anything I want. I don't really care. This shit is crazy. I feel like that's 3 freestyles in one episode. Everybody clap for me. And this is the episode that I'm gonna do an edit in. Oh my god, and I'm under 15 minutes right now. So yes, I think that this episode was a revelation. If you feel this way, please listen to what I'm trying to say. Y'all, like, I don't know. I feel like Dr. Seuss right now. Ah, my purse fell. Hold on. It's time to get serious. It's not a giggly matter no more. When my purse fall, when a young queen's purse falls, she picks it up. Everything stops. Now I gotta bless my life over again just so I don't have like broke problems for 3 months. If you know, you know. But yeah, girl, if you feel like you gotta react or if you gotta prove yourself, or if you even have to defend yourself in a space because people are mad and you hate, it's probably because you have a light in you that like it's very hard to like imitate. Yes, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but that has to entail that you can be copied. Some people cannot be copied. What do people do? Some people are literally one of a kind or three of a kind, maybe 50 out of a kind out of like 8 billion. That's a very rare number. I may be 75 out of a kind, and that's okay. I like that about me. Look up how many Devins there are in the whole entire world. I want to know. I just want to know. I don't think I'm. I don't think I have a rare name. There are hella Devins in the world. But what I'm trying to say is like somebody Google it so I know that you watched the whole entire episode. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Like I said, this was a very divine episode. A couple of weeks ago, I tried to record this episode and I failed miserably. Y'all see how the natural lighting has blessed me the whole time? Literally, like, this is not an over exaggeration. It's been giving me a kiss. Like, we've been French kissing like the whole time. This did not happen the last time I tried to record this episode, hence why I am being an outfit repeater. I literally could not get the message out, and I was like, what's going on? I almost cried on camera. It was very, very uncomfortable and weird, and I actually almost quit. But I gave myself a promise long before those emotions had happened over my life that I was going to be consistent over simulated soapbox, and I did not fail. I'm proud of myself. Everybody give me another clap for that. This is an accomplishment video. This is literally me proving to myself, like, we are halfway. Wait, January, February, March, April. We're not halfway through the month, but we're close to halfway through the month. And I'm doing good things, and I'm still staying consistent to simulated soapbox. So thank you for watching this episode. I will see y'all later. If you didn't see my episode, I will show you again. I'm obsessed with polka dots. I've been obsessed with polka dots since I recognized patterns, which is like 3 years old for me, maybe 2 years old. I was literally a baby genius. Yes, hold on. Let me scoot everything in because I'm kind of low key scared that my duke might be showing if I, poke it out. My duke is fat now. She got a donk. And I can't show nobody yet. All right. I hope y'all have a good day. I'll be talking about something else very, very soon, but I'm very, very proud of myself for watching this episode. And I'm very, very proud of you. I mean, not watching this episode, recording this episode. And I'm very, very proud of you for watching this episode. Also, I had to pee this whole time, so I did not drink out of my cup, and I'm proud of myself for that. My throat is so dry. It's not even a throat no more. It's a throat. All right. Bye.